so... Hi guys, Halusatwin here. A couple of days ago I left a question on my Twitter asking if you wanted me to do a Q&A. And loads of people, well, there was 3 options actually. There was yes, no, and potato. Now, potato meant yes as well. So most people said yes, a majority of people said potato, and I think there was very little people that said no. I think it was a very small percent. But anyway, we're doing the Q&A. You guys have given you questions today. So we're going to go through them, and I'm going to try and answer them as best as I possibly can. I'm sorry if I keep turning around. My microphone's over here, and my camera's over here, so just have to bear with me. Okay, so here we go. So, first question. From Margin Blue, my good friend. T-Series or PewDiePie? Come on. No competition. T-Series all the way, baby. I don't even watch it, but I subscribe to T-Series just because I don't want PewDiePie to be the winner. Okay, that might be petty, but hey, I don't give a shit. Mad visit. Oh, okay. Okay, so Samara Palima, your question is, what's your favorite Pokemon? Okay, I'm not very good with the Pokemon, but I like Fire-type Pokemon. So a Fire-type Pokemon, not that Charizard one, but there's got to be another Pokemon. Let's have a look, see if we can find one. So, Fire-type Pokemon. Let's have a look. Fire-type Pokemon images. Oh, there's a fiery monkey. That one looks kind of cool. Basically, any of the Fire-type. So any of these dudes, basically. So yeah, they'll do. They'll do. Okay, so Sumera again. Has there ever been a theme you regretted doing? No. Some themes aren't as good as others. I'll admit that. But I've never ever. Hang on, if I pick this mic up, it'll be better. Oh, sorry about the noise. Yeah, so I've never ever made a theme that I regretted making. I've had themes that I've made that have not been as good as other themes, but I've always enjoyed every single theme I've made. Mainly because when I make the music, I showcase it to myself constantly until I'm happy with the result. So I'm always happy with every theme that I ever make. Okay, so Margin Blue again. How much do you drink? As much as is in front of me. How many push-ups? Oh, here we go. Broccoli, which is Sarah Orr, another great personality. How many push-ups does he do? Assuming me, I think. How many sit-ups can I do? What kind of alcoholic juice does he drink? I suppose that's drink. And Halusa is so cool. That's nice. That's very nice. I can do. Well, the last time I did push-ups was a couple of years ago when I used to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym for a little while, so I should probably go back. But the last time I used to go, I used to only do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, just to get myself warmed up. I don't know how many I can do because I never actually tried doing it until my muscles burn. But that's probably a question for Shane. He's more into the gym stuff. What kind of alcoholic drink do I like? Well, I always go for Jameson's Irish whiskey. But if I'm in the pub and I just want a quick drink, I'll probably just go for Carlsberg, Danish Pilsner. It's quite nice. Okay, I'm not sure what Margin Blue's saying here. Why is it kind of red? I assume he means my hair. Not anymore. I mean, it's black now, but red's my favourite colour. Bob's or Vagina? I don't know what that means. I'm going to go with Vagina because it just sounds rude. And I'm a big perv. What else? Oh yeah, that's probably a comment. Devil Artemis, your favourite meal to eat when you are free? My favourite meal? I love Mexican food. I don't have necessarily a favourite meal, but I love Mexican food. That's my favourite food. So if I ever see anyone out anywhere, and you fancy getting some food, Mexican restaurant all the way. Let's do it. I like this one. This is good. This is from Dead Grin Customs. other thigh mode. I don't know what it means. But anyway, Dead Green Customs. He made the Enoki action figure, which is awesome, by the way. Which design do you prefer, Orin Vegeta or Baby Vegeta? Well, I actually prefer Baby Vegeta because Orin Vegeta looks like Vegeta, but as like a Tuffle android, or infected Tuffle android. And I think Baby Vegeta's design is unique. It doesn't look like Vegeta. It makes him look like a completely new character, and he was quite epic anyway. I do like the other Vegeta though. That does look kind of cool. Thoughts on Orin and Kamen? Do you like how the Tuffles will walk back into heroes? I do. It's a shame that they're the Tuffle androids or biomech, androids, but it's still kind of cool that they got Tuffles in there because I feel like the Tuffles get forgotten so much, and obviously that's my favorite race. Not because well, see, they're always depicted as bad guys in this, and that's simply because the biomech androids are programmed to avenge, their people for being destroyed by the Saiyans. And obviously the Saiyans are good guys now, but they were bad guys back in the day, so the Tuffles aren't really the bad guys. But aside from all of that, I do like the Tuffles. I think they're a bit more mysterious because we know less about them. Plus, everyone wants to be a Saiyan. No one even thinks about, like, Tuffles. I am blue, double D, double da, double D. Okay, right. But that's I'm gonna like that actually. This is Retro Ranter. One, I've always wanted to know, when you began creating music, what pulled you more towards the soundtrack side of things, music preferences, or something else? And what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink? Okay, so with the music soundtrack side of things, the reason I started making soundtracks is because I tried making songs, like trance songs, but they ended up sounding like computer game soundtracks. It was only when I started doing Dragon Ball stuff that people liked it that I thought, it's probably soundtracks that I'm better at making, because I'm no good at making songs. I could make a couple of songs, but mostly soundtrack stuff, simply because it seems easier for me to make. Because when you're writing a soundtrack, you literally writing a musical story, because you're describing a scene or a person or a situation. So it's got more to it, I think. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a burgundy top, and I am wearing a mankini. Not really. I'm wearing blue joggers and yellow socks. I am wearing yellow socks though. Hang on. Hang on. I don't know if you can see. Yellow socks. Oh God, that hurt. I'm getting a little bit old, so I can't really stretch like that anymore. Okay, Margin Blue comes along to discuss music with you in person. What advice would you have for him, as well as other content creators? Well, it depends on the advice. It depends what he's asking me. Sometimes Margin Blue sends me some of his material to do mastering, so I'll just I'll lower some of the levels so that there's less crackle, because when you have like booming instruments as well as high pitch instruments clashing with each other, they do crack. You get a slight pop and a crackle. I get it sometimes with my stuff. So basically with that, I just do the mastering for him, and I've given him a few tutorials on how to do different things, like using different video programs or creating different effects with synths and things like that. So maybe that, I suppose. Broccolia again. How many twins could a Halusatwin win if Halusatwin could win twins? I bet you secretly created the new Tuffles in Dragon Ball Heroes. Yes, they are creations of mine. Yeah, as well as Baby, but Baby went a bit wrong. But yeah, okay, that's an interesting question. Another Broccolia one. How did you decide on making Enoki the Tuffle OC? Is he modelled after Trunks because he's your favourite character? Exactly that. Trunks is my favourite character. Favourite non-fused character, because my fused favourite character is Vegito. But Trunks is my favourite character, and I have the same hair, sort of. I have got a sword, actually, a claymore. It's a bit bigger than Trunks' sword, although when, King Cold holds it, it's about the same size as my sword. And I have a yellow jacket anyway that looks kind of similar to the style of Trunks' jacket. I've got a leather one, and I've got like a windbreaker style jacket as well. So yeah, that's right. What got you into Dragon Ball Z and making music? I first watched Akira when I was a kid, and I digged it so much. The style, the you know, the animation and everything. And I really thought that, you know, that was something awesome. It was when Dragon Ball Z first came on English TV, and I saw it, and I was like, holy crap, this stuff's good. So I was like hooked on it from then, basically. I watched, and a lot of British people did this, watched Dragon Ball Z first, then watched Dragon Ball afterwards, because we didn't get it until afterwards, I don't think. But yeah, so I watched Dragon Ball Z first, then I watched Dragon Ball, then I watched Dragon Ball GT, which I only really enjoyed the Baby Saga, and then Dragon Ball Super, obviously, as well. Okay, so Dead Grin's got another question. Best body switch, Baby Vegeta or Goku Black? Ooh. Well, I like Baby Vegeta, but Goku Black I also like as well. He's like one of my favourite villains, if you like. I'm probably going to go with Goku Black because his impact was bigger, I think. You know, he pretty much destroyed everything that Goku loved, you know, and then destroyed pretty much every mortal and every god. So, I mean, his impact on the show was huge. They screwed up the arc a little bit, you know, with, like, overtelling stuff and retelling things that didn't matter, you know. So, yeah. World King Kanji says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Lots. Okay. Margin Blue, do you have Ultra Instinct? Yes. Margin Blue, which types of chicks do you like? I like Southern Fried Chicken. What? I know that's not the question you was asking. Would you rather and if you mean chicks from like Dragon Ball or something like that, Bulma is definitely #1, but Chile's, whoa, yeah, I like the green. What? Sorry, not what. Would you rather use One For All or Kaioken? Kaioken, because it's red. Sith or Jedi? Well, Sith, because they use red lightsabers. What's your favourite? And plus they can force choke. Grr, and the lightning. And all that shit. Who's your favourite film composer? 4. I don't know what the 4 is probably not supposed to be there. This is Last Chance, by the way. That's the user's name. Or one of your favourite scores from a film. Well, my favourite film composer is actually Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer, who got the keys to my bimmer? But he's awesome. I love all of his stuff. Absolutely talented musician, and somebody who I would look up to, like to be like. But that's a long way off for me. Favourite film score? I don't know. I really like the Lord of the Rings film score. I'm a big nerd for that, and because it's so emotional, and you know, I do get like teary with some like real emotional classical music. It does get me. Which of your friends do you want to make a theme for but haven't yet? Samara again. Who haven't I made a theme for? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I've made one for Margin Blue, made one for Aurak, I've made one for Retro Ranter, made one for Revolution, SSJ4 Guy, Geek Doing 101. There's so many. Who have I not made a theme for? This is really difficult, actually, because I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Prince Vegeta, I even made a theme for him. I don't know, actually. I apologise if I haven't made a theme for you, one of my friends, but if I haven't, please contact me and I'll make a theme for you, because right now I'm drawing a blank. Bitch Lasagna cover, when? Don't know the reference, gonna have to look it up, so once I know what you're talking about, dude. That's Aurak. Lol, again. Scenario, in a hot tub, in a corner, Kathy Pryor and other ladies in bikinis watch as you are about to perform a synthwave solo in front of an audience. Enigma arrives on stage and challenges you to a music duel. What do? Well, I like the imagery of the chicks in bikinis in the hot tub. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to concentrate, to be honest. But, you know, I'd probably give it a go. But if the Enigma TNG came on stage and challenged me to a music duel, which I would love, I would really love, I reckon that would sell tickets, yeah? Me and him back to back, yeah? Doing a music off, if you will. So I play one track, he plays one track, then, you know, backwards and forwards type things. Like we mix in together. They did it in what was that movie? Scott Pilgrim. That I love that scene. That was an awesome scene. So that would be kind of cool. If you had a dream that would come defo true, what would it be? That my YouTube channel hit 100,000 subscribers, and I could do it as a full-time job, as well as actually getting work through YouTube to make music for TV shows, adverts, and computer games for the rest of my life. That's all I want. It's not much, is it? Okay, so Lutbarg, I think that's how you say your name. Did you get the chance to ride the Jurassic Park ride at Universal before it got replaced with the Jurassic World? I've never been to the Universal Park, unfortunately, but the answer to that would be no. Sorry. Scenario: Scott Morgan and SSJ want more recognition for their work and invite you to collab with them on some new tracks. What would you say, and how would you spread the word about their music? Well, funnily enough, that's something we're actually kind of doing. I'm not working with them on new material. I'm working with them with their current material, and I'm spreading the word with them through different means at the moment. They're currently guests at a convention that I'm involved in, Sayacon, so I'm spreading the word that way. So then you've had the word spread to you now. Okay, Cafe Prayer again. What is your son's name, and what would you remember about you? What do you remember about your childhood? My son's name is Jack, and that's a name I chose. And what I remember about my childhood is that I was very small. Yes. But I do remember I always liked creating things, drawing things, and playing drums and bass guitar when I was a kid. Let's see. Also, World with King Kanji again. Also, in great detail, where did we discover we could drink cow's milk? Did some sick bastard just suck a cow one day and be like, "Way, this is going on my cornflakes"? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know the answer, so I'm going to look that up. Where did we discover we could... Oh, hang on. This is going to be way too long. Could drink cow's milk. Let's see. What was the first person to discover cows give milk, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that's the right thing. What was the first... let's have a look. So, did you know that unlike searching on the DuckDuckGo, when you... Oh, hang on a minute. What the fuck? That's not what I'm supposed to be reading, is it? Related question. We can exact... but history. Humans first learned to regularly consume the milk of other mammals following the domestication of animals during the Neolithic Revolution. Well, there's your answer, dude. Just type it into Google and there you go. I think that's pretty legit. Favorite transformation in Dragon Ball? In Dragon Ball? What do you mean the Dragon Ball universe? Because I don't think there's any transformations in Dragon Ball except for when Master Roshi goes all buff, and that's the only real transformation there is in that, I think. If you, well, I don't know, you can't really count Piccolo's growing tall as a transformation. I suppose you could. There's that. But in the Dragon Ball universe, my favourite transformation would probably be Super Saiyan God, and I think it's because of the red hair, basically. Favourite pizza? Well, actually I discovered this pizza recently, and it's awesome. It's got like a cheese stuffed crust, and it was like, I think it was like a barbecue, what was it? Barbecue burger pizza or something like that. It was pretty awesome. Why do you only have 13,000 subs? Not sure. Spread the word. We'll get 100. Yeah. Nice one. How did you first meet your wife? I'm not married, so I didn't meet my wife yet, or anything. Well, I don't know. I haven't got a wife. How good of an artist would you consider yourself? I wouldn't consider myself bad. I'd like to think I was talented in areas of respect, because I mean, if you look at my thumbs up to thumbs down ratio on my videos, they're usually quite good. I'm usually at 98% thumbs up, 2% thumbs down, or 10% thumbs down, maybe 90% up, or something like that. So 8% down, or something like that. But yeah, I consider myself not to be terrible. You know, I can carry a tune when I'm in the mood as well. What does the twin in Halusatwin mean? Well, okay, let me explain how this came about. So, I used to call myself Diablo. Before that, I called myself Kazuya, right? And obviously, they're not original names. So I had to come up with an original name because obviously there's plenty of people out there with the same name. So I asked my cousin what I could call myself, and he said, choose your favourite artist and your favourite song and mix the two together. My favourite song at the time was called LSD, but I thought it was called Halusatwin, which is the band name. And my favourite artist at the time was Aphex Twin. So I put the two together, so it was like Halusatwin, but I spelt it wrong, and it came out as Halusatwin. So that's the story. And the twin is just basically because, you know, Aphex Twin. But I suppose if I had to make meaning to it, it's because I have the Jet Black and Halusatwin, that it's like two polar opposites. One is, you know, is a singer, and the other one is music. Plus, I separate all my music into different artist names, but they usually have the Hal part of it, of that in the name, like Howtecker or How Squared or something. Which commission theme was the hardest to make? Okay, well, that's actually a recent commission that I made, which was a 10-minute commission I made for Sensu Planet, and it's called The Power Within Us. And that was a hard one to make. Actually, making that track, it took me such a long time to make, so I wanted to get it perfect. And I think it came out alright. He was very happy with it. So, yeah, that was probably the hardest one. What made you make Enoki into a Tuffle instead of a Saiyan? Well, hang on. Was it to break the norm? Well, it was kind of, but I assumed that everyone made Saiyan characters because everyone likes Saiyans. Now, Saiyans aren't my favourite characters. You know, they're cool and everything, but I don't. You know, they're not my favourite race because I always go for the second sort of type. It's like in Star Trek, my favourite character would have been Data or Spock, you know, that sort of thing. But my the reason Enoki is a Tuffle is because I wanted to integrate the idea that he was an inventor, creative, and Saiyans aren't necessarily known for their creativity. They're just known for breaking things a lot. So Tuffles are known for creating things, so that's why I wanted to do it. What is your favourite theme that you've made per year? Made per year? Oh my god, I've been making music since I was like 18. I can't pick one per year. That's because I'm 39 this year, so that would be like, you know, 20 themes that I'd have to think of, and I don't know which ones I've made each year. Favourite themes that I've made though? Oh, that's a difficult one as well. Well, The Power Within Us, I really dig that one. That's quite a goodie. Ultra Instinct Vegito, if you guys have seen that, that's my video that's got over 1 million views. They're probably my favourites. Also, Dispo versus Freezer, because I did that with my good friend 94 Stones, and it's an epic track. Such a good song. And, of course, there is Ascended, which I made with Scott Morgan. Originally, it was called Halusa the Tuffle or something like that. It was a theme tune that I created that I added to my first Dragon Dimension Super album. But then we worked together, me and Scott, and we did it live at CamelCon, and it went down really well. Got two questions here that are exactly the same. One by InFZ9001. Oh, Infizi. Oh, alright, I get it. Infizi. And Fry6. How did you get into making music? Well, I've always been into music. I was into music when I was a kid. And I've always wanted to make my own music. Because listening to other music, I always thought to myself, oh yeah, I like that. But there could be something extra they could add to it. So I wanted to learn how to make my own music. So I started when I was at school. Picked up different programs. First one was like Dance EJ or something, where you literally just put like little blocks together and they like were pre-made riffs. Then they brought out a game called Music on the PlayStation, so I bought that straight away and I learned how to, you know, make music on it. The first couple of tracks I made were crap, they were really dire, and then I just got better and better at it. Then I got Music 2002 for the PC, and that's when I made my first Dragon Ball Z theme, which was Cell Runs, Perfect Cell Runs, followed by Super Saiyan Vegeta Berserk. And that was it, really. That's how I got into it. And I believe that is the last question. Good questions there. Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the answers, because, you know, it was quite rapid. But yeah, thanks for asking loads of questions. I thought it was really interesting. I hope you find the answers interesting anyway. And I will speak to you again soon, dudes. Take it easy. Peace.